Hello, I'm Robert Killen, Director of the Lane Small Business Development Center, and this is a Lane Business Update for Tuesday, November 24th. Today I have an update specifically focused on Eugene area businesses, Eugene-specific businesses. If you are in the city of Eugene and you're interested in a new grant program that just came out, continue watching. If you're outside of Eugene, this will not apply to you. You're welcome to continue watching anyway. So, just came across my desk today is this program that you will find an application for at the link included in the description above. The program is the City of Eugene COVID-19 Emergency Small Business Grant Program. This grant is a $100,000 pool, and as they describe it, it is a grant that is trying to get funds into the hands of business owners who may have been left out of prior rounds of funding. I'm not entirely certain if there are exclusions or if everything is a gray area, but I'll show you what I know, and then you can decide whether you want to apply. So for eligibility, fairly simple. It must be a for-profit. There are no nonprofits allowed in this particular program. Needs to be located within Eugene city limits. That's pretty simple. And have at least 2 FTE and no more than 25. 2 FTE and no more than 25. FTE means full-time equivalent employees. So if you have 4 half-time employees, does that equal 2 full-time? I think it does, but I'm not certain. So if you're utilizing part-time employees to get to that 2, you might want to check with Community Lending Works, and they'll be the ones administering this loan process or grant process. And the last eligibility requirement is that you must be financially viable. Now this can be a little gray. This can be a little uncertain, but basically they need to be confident that you will be viable, that your business will succeed moving forward, because they don't want to hand out money to businesses that are not going to succeed, if at all possible. The easiest way to determine that is to take a look at your financial statements for 2019 and 2020, and they can get a story from those. The award amounts come in 2 tiers. There's a $5,000 grant for businesses with 2 to 10 FTE, and then $10,000 if you're over 10. This grant is going to be distributed via lottery. That means that they're going to accept applications. They're going to take a look at those applications, and then they are going to choose them randomly until the money is given out. Now, one of the things that's really important to note about this, and may determine whether or not you want to apply, the City of Eugene decided to give lottery participation priority to BIPOC and women-owned businesses and businesses classified as hospitality, retail, arts, or culture. Remember what I said at the beginning, they are trying to get money in the hands of business owners who may have been left out previously. And it has been shown with significant data that BIPOC and women-owned businesses and businesses classified as hospitality, retail, arts, or culture have been disproportionately impacted by COVID, or they have been left out of previous rounds of funding. So that's why they're prioritizing this. So what you need to ask yourself, if you are not in that category, is do you believe more than 20 businesses that are eligible will apply for this? Because the maximum number of businesses that can receive awards through this program is 20, $25,000 grants. If there are some $10,000 grants, it's going to be even less. So if you think that this grant program will go exclusively to those eligibility requirements, to those particular categories, and you're not among them, it might not be worth the effort of applying. But if you are in that category, if you are BIPOC or women-owned, if you are in hospitality, retail, arts, or culture, absolutely apply. There have been a couple times this year when grant programs have actually not fully funded. They haven't been fully dispersed because they didn't get enough applicants. So if you fit, please apply. The application package must arrive by December 6th. You can actually submit it today through December 6th, and the completed applications include a signed application form, which I'll show you in a second, a 2019 profit and loss statement, and a 2020 profit and loss statement through June 30th, or sooner. They use the word sooner here, but I actually think they mean to say later. I could be wrong about that. I would imagine any 2020 profit and loss that ends at June 30th or up to something current would be fine. I think they just want at least 6 months of data there. And if I'm wrong, I apologize. So there are different ways you can get that delivered, and you download the application here for English and here for Spanish. So if you download the application, you end up getting this. So here is the actual application. It's only 3 pages long, and the first page is just the details, which I just shared with you. On page 2 is the actual application. Basic information is included here, and then down here under certifications, they are asking you to certify certain things as true. You were negatively affected by COVID-19. You generated a profit in 2020. Did you generate a profit, in 2019 and or 2020? So answer those questions, and that will help them determine your eligibility for the program. One thing I'm uncertain about is this question here. Has the business received funds from PPP, EIDL, or EIDLA programs? So in earlier descriptions of this program, what I read was that they were wanting to prioritize businesses that had been left out of prior funding. So what I'm not certain is whether or not a yes here is going to kick you out, or yes and how much will kick you out if this was a large amount. I'm just not certain, but because it's simply a very simple application, if I would not let this keep you from applying. I would apply regardless of what your interpretation of this question might be. So that is the basic application page, and then there's a demographic questionnaire that of course they're going to use to determine ownership. Whether it is BIPOC or women owned. So that's it. That's all the application is. It is very simple. I applaud the City of Eugene for putting out more money to business owners. Obviously, many businesses need them. If this is a good fit for you, follow that link that is in the description above. If it's not in the description above, look in the first comment below this video, depending on where you see this video, and hopefully you will find it there. If you have any questions about it, leave me a comment. I'm glad to engage in conversation, and until the next time, cheers.